Let me know whenever you see my screen. Oh, yeah. So is my screen visible to everyone, right?
Yes.
Yes, Ajay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. So as you are aware, right? So already introduced myself like at the starting of the session. So again, I'm introduce myself. Give me a second. Just yeah. So my name is Ajay Babu. Now, I do have 6+ years of experience in the data and analytics field, and overall 10+ years of experience. And I'm working as a senior Power BI developer at Genpact, and I have certified by Microsoft as a certified data analyst. And I was a Fabric community user group leader. Yeah, you can scan my QR code so that you can connect with me whenever you have any questions. Just you can ask me through LinkedIn. So these are the today's speakers. Already you know Santosh and Sainath sessions were completed. Like whoever missed these sessions, right? So you can keep an eye on the NDAC WhatsApp channel. So our team will provide the YouTube link so that you can again revisit those sessions. Just I'm giving a brief introduction what they covered. Santosh was covered Power Automate Flow, like he and Sainath was covered Azure AI fundamentals, and Rajendra will cover after this session Power BI data securities. So this is today's agenda. So I know everyone is like doing multiple reports when we are creating a Power BI data set and the same data. So it sometimes it end up with the huge issues. So that's why the first point is the problems with the multiple data sets using the same data. And the second topic is learn like what is a master data set and why we are using, and then benefits of the using the master data set, and how to after that how to build and publish and manage this master data set. And once all these completed, then we will discuss about the best practice and the real world implementation, and after that Q&A. So problem statement, right? So as I told, so like most of the companies have same data, and but they are creating a different kind of reports on the same data. So sometimes what happen, so inconsistency happen in between those reports. So that is what we need to resolve using this concept. So the first one is data inconsistency. So when we are using the same data for the multiple reports, and the high maintenance. So why I'm saying high maintenance? So I created a one report and you created another report. So and we both have to maintain our semantic models like whenever I have an issue. So again I have to go to my report semantic model and to fix that issue. And again you have to go and like multiple people's, right? Like who are using the same data. So this will leads to huge maintenance of the data and and the resource consumption as well. So that's the third one is performance issues, right? So as I told, performance issues how will be occurred. So when we are pulling same data at the same time, the data warehouse will be like a throttle, like because we are pulling the same data like n number of for n number of reports, right? So obviously it will throttle the data warehouse. So this is our problem statement. So what is a master data set and a single data set? I think you guys are able to see this snippet. So this is a semantic model, and we are pulling data from a different data set. Like just for now, I pull only CSV files for this report. But if you in your real world, right, it may be Azure, or it may be Redshift, or it may be SQL Server, it may be MySQL, like whatever it may be. So we are pulling data from the single semantic model, and then using that single semantic model, just we are creating a like n number of reports, like report 1, report 2, report 3, and report 10. So it might sometimes it the same semantic model have 10 reports, and sometimes the same semantic model have only 2 reports. So it depends on our business requirement. So benefits of using a master data set. So consistency, right? So if we are using same model, like I created a one data model and I did all transformations and all those things, like whatever we require for the multiple reports. So the data having the consistency all through the reports. So this is why we are using this master data set and the single source of truth. If we create a single semantic model, the data comes from the any data warehouse, right? So our source of truth is only that main semantic model. So it is our source of truth. So whenever we have any problem in any report, so again we have to get back to the single semantic model, and again we will check our issue and we can get it resolved at that time. So we don't have to do multiple redundant work in the multiple semantic models. So that is why we are using this master data set. And efficiency. So yeah, this is our main part, like to why we are using this master data set is to improve efficiency between the teams. So reduce the duplication. So as I told, right, when we are pulling the multiple data from the multiple data warehouses, so if for a multiple reports, right, it increases the redundancy of work and high consumption of the resources, to so that to reduce that work using the single data set. So that anyway, when we are using the single semantic model, right, so it will reduce our data duplications and simplifies the data model maintenance. The same, right? If you are using the multiple data warehouse tables for the multiple reports, so it costs high maintenance, and whenever we pull, right, so it will charge. For example, Databricks, right? Like every time, whenever we refreshes, it charges something to the company. So all those things we need to reduce using this single semantic model, and improve the refresh performances. So the same when we are pulling like when we are refreshing data semantic model in Power BI services at the same time, or within a 30 minutes or within an hour. So every report sends a request to the data warehouse to pull our data. So at that time, what happened? The data warehouse may be throttle because of the license thing and all those things. Sometimes it may not also throttle. So to improve our performance, so if improve our performance, we are using this single semantic model, so that the semantic model will send request only once to all the data warehouse tables, and will get the data at once. So, because of this, we reduce the redundancy of data pulling requests and the cost incurring to the company. So this is how we are improving efficiency using the single semantic model. uh, how to build a semantic model and manage this master data set, right? So define a common data model. Like how do we define a common data model? So first we need to understand what we need to build a report, like what kind of visuals we need, what kind of calculation columns we need, and what kind of measures we need. You can create measures in the both semantic model and the report as well. So that I will cover later slides. So yeah, for now, we can create both measures in the semantic model and measures. So first we need to understand our requirements and the business requirements. So once we understand the business requirements, then we can create a data set by pulling data from the different data warehouse tables or different kind of data files. So we can build our semantic model and did transformations in the Power BI desktop applications. So you can ask me why the row level security is optional for the semantic model. So everyone knows, right? We can, let's say our semantic model has three different kind of businesses. One is sales domain, and then marketing, and another one is customer success. So we can set up a RLS so that whoever working on the sales team, right, they can see only their portfolio, and they can't see the remaining two portfolios business, right? But the thing is, we are not creating any report using the semantic model. Just we are creating a semantic model and publishing it to the Power BI services. They and the teams, sales, marketing, and customer success, and like whatever it may be. So they build their own reports, like customized reports for their own needs. So when we are doing a report, right, just we are building a report, like keeping a view that report will utilize to everyone in the organizations. In that way, the BI developers will build that report, but some organizations need their own custom reports. In that case, like we are using this single semantic model or a master data set. So just we are creating a master data set, and then we are publishing it to the Power BI services. And if you want within the team, like sales team, right? So within the team, is there if you have a regions within the sales portfolio, then you can set up a RLS. So that's why I keep it as optional for this, and then publish this master data set to the Power BI services. So once you publish this master data set, so you can the teams the teams connect their semantic model to their own desktop application, Power BI desktop application, and then they can build their custom report for their own needs. Even a single user wants to create their own his own report, so he can definitely create his own report. So he don't want to share with anyone. He don't want to share with any leadership persons, right? Just he can keep it even my workspace. That will also works like whenever our semantic model refreshes, right? So his report, like person one report will refresh automatically, and person two, person the same thing, like at the time once the semantic model will was refreshed, all the reports, there is no lag, like there is even fraction of seconds delay. So immediately the report all the reports were refreshed. So best practices, like what are the best practices to create the semantic model, right? So keep remember, these are the important points when we are working on the single semantic model, right? So calculated columns, tables, and relationships cannot be created at the report side, right? So when I am creating my own report using the semantic model, so I can't create any calculated columns, tables, relationships. So keep in mind when we are creating a semantic model, right? So we have to create all those calculated columns, tables, relationships, keeping in to fit all the reports. So even if it is not fitted for the single report, so we that report won't be accurate. So that's why we have to keep in mind. So we have calculated columns, tables, and relationships can't be created in the report. So that's why all these things, all these 3 points, we are creating in the semantic model. And if you want to changes, then again we have to go to the master data set copy and made some changes, or if you want to add any calculated columns or calculated tables, and if you want to create any new relationships, then you have to go back to the single semantic model. And yeah, as I told you right earlier, this method allows measures only exclusively on a report basis. Even if you want to create, you can create in the master data set. So you can ask me like why it can't allow you calculated columns in the report, right? Because the report is connected as a live connection to the reports. That's why we have to create our all calculated columns, like except measures, right? All those things in your semantic model. So that is one thing we need to keep in mind. And you, since we are using this master data set for multiple reports, right? We should optimize we should create a measures and the all those things in a optimal way, so that to avoid bottleneck performance bottlenecks. So it is good point to we need to optimize our reports and measures and calculated columns. If we are the same measure, you write a some way and I wrote in some way different way. So maybe one of the measure will create a performance issue. That's why we have to careful about when we are creating these measures. And the main thing, whoever developing the reports, right? The sales team or marketing team, right? So they have to contributor access to the workspace, or else if the user has a viewer access to that workspace, right? So in that case, you have to give build permissions to that user to the semantic model. So these two things we need to keep in mind. So if the user has only viewer access to that workspace, he can't able to develop any report in any way. Just he can consume that report only, but he can't able to build in his own ways. So that is why that person has contributor access, or if the user has viewer access, he has to build permission to that semantic model. So I wanted to give some demo. So this is how like I pick one of my old reports. So this is how I pull a data from a different data sources, and what we need to write, as I told. So define our semantic model, right? Whatever the relationships you have to establish when we are developing a semantic model, and create your calculated columns within the semantic model, right? So you have to create calculated columns within the semantic model at that time. So once you create and publish this semantic model, and if you want to need any calculations, again you have to do like you have to create this calculated column within this master copy, and then you have to publish this report to Power BI service. Then only you can see the new calculated column will be affected in the report, right? So just I'm opening this report. It's empty reports. I'm showing like how it is showing these calculated columns, right? The batting summary, right? So I'm opening the batting summary. See, whatever the calculated columns, right? The match date, that is not showing as a calculated column in the report. See, match date is it is showing as a inbuilt column. Why it is showing in like as an inbuilt column? Because if you can see, right? I think let me here I'm hovering my mouse. This report, right, connected to live Power BI semantic model. Like just I'm putting a semantic model. The semantic model name is in analytics workspace. The first one is the semantic model is connected to the some semantic model name in workspace, analytics workspace. So you can see what was the semantic model name and where it resides, like in which workspace it is residing in the workspace, right? So you can see all those things. See, let's say I'm creating a one measure here. So let me show you. I wanted to create one more column. Mm, okay. It is taking a bit. Okay. So why I'm creating this column? Until unless we publish this report, like after creation of this calculated column, we can't see the same column in the in our report. So I'm creating a match here. Batting summary. Mm. So I have created one new column. Let's see, is it reflecting in our report or not? So can anyone guess, like, it will be reflected or not? So, right? So it is not reflecting.
I
So
think we
yeah,
have to publish the semantic model into services, correct?
yeah. Again, we have to go and publish this report. Save this. I'm selecting my workspace. So yeah, let's go to the report and let's see. Oh, still it's not showing. Why it's not showing? We have to refresh this table because the report is connected to live. Match date. Let me close and open this report.
Ajay, quick question. This report is you created based on that model, right? That you have published.
Yeah, this report one, right?
Yes, that you
Yes,
have shown.
exactly. That's correct. So I will tell you like how we will connect this report.
Okay.
So if you see match date and match year. So earlier the match year was not in this report. So now it is showing because earlier the semantic model, like the semantic model doesn't have this match year column. So now we have created this match year column and then published it to Power BI services. Then only it is appearing in our report. So let's say I am going to try to create a new calculated column here. Is it possible? Let's see. So I'm clicking the report name and see the new column and new table. It's already disabled for me because the report is live connections. So we need to keep this point in our mind. That's why I'm repeating every now and then. So new column and new table won't be allowed in this report. So if you want to create a new measure, right, it will allow definitely. So I want to see runs, right, like total runs. I think I don't have runs, right? Yeah. So let me create new measure, total runs, adding summary. So can anyone tell me, is this measure reflecting in the semantic model?
I think no, Ajay.
Even
No,
after
no.
I publishing in the Power BI services, no, it will not display this total runs measure in the semantic model because we exclusively created this measure for this report only, right? So already I told you in the starting of the session, for example, if the report is using by sales team, right? So the sales team wants to create their own measures for their specific needs. So that's why these measures, like whatever the measures created in the report, those won't be available in the semantic model. So just I wanted to show you like how do we connect this report. Let me take one new report. Yeah. No, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, yeah. So this is my semantic model as a report semantic model. So just I wanted to show how many reports are connected to this semantic model, right? Just I am going to option. There are two options. You can go workspace lineage view, or you can use the view item lineage view. Just I wanted to see for this report for this data set, right? So you can see. So these many reports are connected to the semantic model, right? So now I wanted to create a report for, right? Let me show how do we connect that semantic model. So go to get data, and then there is a Power-based semantic models. Or if you go, if you want to go more options, just click on the more. And Microsoft Fabric or Power, and this, if you can see the same option on the top right, when we are clicking on the get data, the same option, Power-based semantic models. When you click on the Power-based semantic models, when you're hitting on the connect, right, it will pop up a message box. So to select your data set from the specific workspace, right? I do have a lot of workspaces. So just I wanted to check my report, right? Semantic model. So this is my report name. That's correct. And the location is also correct. So already I told you. So if the developer wants, if the analyst wants to connect the semantic model from a workspace, he has to contributor access, or if he has a viewer permission to that workspace, he has a build permission to this semantic model. So keep in mind the among these two, right? At least one option here, one privilege he has. I'm just selected this report and I'm connecting it. So now you are seeing report view, table view, model view, and DAX and TMDL, right? So once the semantic model is connected, right, the data set is connected. So this table view and the DAX TMDL view will disappear automatically. It's taking time. Hmm. Let me open. Right. So the semantic model is connected, and I wanted to create my report. Sampling team names. So if you see, it's already disabled, right? As I told, let's say you want to change the data connections to other report, right? So if you want to remove this one, so when I'm clicking right button, right, so it is not giving any options. So you can't edit this data model when we are connecting the live connection. So just you have to create your report and create measures within the report. Why it is not showing teams, children batting ceremony, right?
I think some inactive relationship, it seems. That's why it's showing duplicated value.
Teams. No, it doesn't have a connection to that report. So it's match summary and batting summary. Okay. So yeah, so you can't able to edit, like as I told you, right? So you can't able to create any new creation. So what I did earlier, so I pick the team names from the teams table, and I pick the average and the match score, right? So I pick from the match batting summary table, but these two tables doesn't have a connection. If you want to create new connection, so it won't allow you. So whatever the kind of relationships you want, you have to create within the semantic model. Like once the report is completed, then you have to publish this report to the Power BI services.
So here we cannot add additional source. Let's say we have another CSV file or Excel. You can add
No,
any.
you can't. No, you can't able to add like using the live connection. So there is analytics endpoint. So using that, you can create yourself. You can create. You can add another data source. So I will tell you also here like.
Okay, thank you.
So for let's say, right, this report is connected to via live connections. You want to add another data source, right? I'm selecting Excel CSV, right? Okay. So why it is asking a direct query connection is required. So when I'm clicking add local model, right, the table view, all those things it can display, but whatever the changes, the data refresh and all those things will be happening in the master semantic model. Let's say I'm doing that one. Now we don't have table view here.
Mhm.
And okay, we have to export this data as a direct query connection. So it is exporting. This track. Oh, I guess my system is hang. Let me reshare my screen. So yeah, as I told you, right, you have to import, like export all these files as a direct query connections. So once that is connected, right, that is completed, you can add a new connections to this report, but it will not act as import mode. It will as a direct query mode, and one the new table, right, it is in import mode, so that we can see it. The report has a mixed mode connection at that time instead of live connection. Yes, mixed mode, UL mode, both are same. Mm, uh, uh, no, no, just I'm waiting to load this data. Yeah. It's all, oh, it's no, okay. I thought my screen was sharing.
So I stopped.
Yeah. I thought my screen is sharing. Yeah. Give me a moment, Suparna. It is taking time from my end. I think my system has an issue because of this high performance.
Suparna, I have one doubt. If you create a local parameter in the live connected report, so at the time it will convert as a mixed mode, correct? After I create any parameter for my report purpose.
Mhm. Can you repeat that question, Mauritian?
When I create a local parameter in the report, when connecting to the semantic model, so the connection should be live or it will convert as a mixed mode when I create a local parameter. For example, in a player having this average rating and all, if I want to show the different category in a single chart, if I create local parameter, so at the time also it will
For
show
the
the live
parameters, right? Yeah, that's a good question, Magreshan. Yeah, if you want to create a parameter, so you have to create those parameters within the semantic model, not in the report side. So that won't allow you, even just you have only the privileges. You have to create only the measures. So
Okay.
you can't able to create a parameters at your end because of the developing end. Because just we are providing the solution to the analysts, right? So whoever wants to create their own report, so I believe they won't use this kind of developer things. So they are using simple slicer and all those things. But yeah, to your questions, right? So we can't able to create the parameters within the report. You have to create the within the semantic model.
The local message what we are creating any department, so they have to push to that local message into semantic model if they want to see in the future also in the live connection, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you create a local measures, any particular department, so they want to see those calculation in on future days also. So they have to push those measures or calculation in the semantic model itself. Then it will be live for any time, correct?
Yeah, for everyone, like for all teams, all those measures will be visible to every team. So if you are working in a sales team, so you can't able to create like you can't able to create your measures within the semantic model because of the data issue or data privacy. So you have to create your own measures within your report, not in the semantic model. So if the measure is used for everyone, right? So you can create all these measures and calculated columns within the semantic model. Suparna, I think my Teams is not working properly. Mm, mm.
Supan, I have one question. Can I ask? Yeah, let's say you are my manager and you loaded one, for example, Dynamics 365 data into a semantic model in the workspace, and you gave me that access to that. So you have not created any relationships, and you asked me to directly create the reports. So in that case, what I have to do? I have to, how can I create a relationship? And even you said, just I just said that we cannot create any calculated columns and tables and all. So in that case, I have to create again from the desktop. I have to connect all the sources and import all the tables, and I have to join and create calculated columns, everything as per the business requirement. Is that process I have to do, or any other way that we can do these things? Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. There are some limitations in the direct query. Yeah. Okay, okay. Got it. Thank you. Yes, because recently my manager said that he is going to give me one data set. He just loaded that, but I'm not sure. Let me check. Yeah, thank you, Subha. Yeah, thank you. I got some answers. Thank you very much.
Okay, Suparna.
Suparna, can you hear me?
Yes, Ajay, we can hear you.
Just I log in through mobile. Just I wanted to let you everyone see, right? So when we are doing creating a live, converting a live connection as a direct query mode and adding another data source to the semantic model, right? So what happened? So already you saw my system. So it will consume huge resources from our RAM. So obviously it will crash your laptop sometimes. sometimes it will take huge time to load the data to our Power BI report. I would suggest to everyone, don't convert live connection as a direct query mode and adding a source. So don't do that in your organization. Just when we are doing our own projects, right? So that is fine for us. Like we can wait for our reports. Am I audible to everyone, right, Suparna?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Ajay, you are audible. Yes.
we got that.
Still, I'm struggling to exit from the Teams from laptop. But yeah, just I will share my blog to everyone. Like you can go through that blog, and whoever has any questions, right? Just you can ping me. I will respond to your questions.
Yeah, hi Ajay. I'm
Yep.
Suresh.
Yeah, Suresh.
Yeah, I had one doubt in semantic model. So
Mhm.
can we take a duplicate for a semantic model? Because suppose there is a 20 members in the team, but
Mhm.
unfortunately someone deleted any column or measure, the 20 members will face the problem. So to overget that, can we get any duplicate for semantic model?
So coming to your question, just I have a question, Suresh. So if you are whoever the user, right?
Mm,
They are going to delete column from the report or a semantic model.
in semantic model level.
So because yeah, that is what we are doing here. We are not providing any access to the semantic model. Like basically, we developers manage the semantic model and provide a built access to the end user so that they can build their own reports based on top of the semantic model. So coming to your questions, uh, if anyone deleted a new column, you have to bring back or reinstated the old version. Uh, so there is no other option. If you want to create another semantic model, yes, you can do it because our purpose is not completed because we want to reduce data redundancy and data duplications and single source of truth, right? So that won't be completed if we are creating two semantic models using same data, right? So that's what we need to reduce our efforts and reduce our resources. Instead of creating multiple reports, we want to create one single report. So yeah,
So, I mean, what type of access should user have to develop a semantic model report? If I mean, without editing the semantic model data.
yeah. So the end users like our analysts, right? They need
Mhm.
contributor access, at least minimum privilege. Minimum privilege has a contributor access to that workspace. If the user has a viewer, right? Sometimes we are not giving contributor access to everyone in the organization, right? Just we are giving a viewer access to that person. So at that time, we have to do build permissions to that semantic models, right? So if you are a developer, right, when you click on the uh, options, right, three dots, right, against semantic model, so you can see manage permissions. So go and add that specific user, like whoever wants to create their own report on top of the semantic model, right? So you can only give build permission, not reshare or not anything, right? Just you can give build permissions to that user. So that these two privileges, they can build their own report. One is
Okay.
contributor access, and another one is viewer come build permissions to that semantic model.
Okay, so semantic model. So when we connect the semantic model to Power BI desktop, it is a direct like mode. So can we convert it to import mode?
No. It's not, when we are connecting a semantic model in a report, right? It is showing as a live connection, not a direct mode. So that's what I'm struggling, right? So when I'm converting live connection as a direct mode, right? So to add another data source to our semantic model. So that is not recommended for me because it will take huge resources of your RAM, and even though your system able to do that process, so it will take huge process. Currently I'm even not able to mute myself on the system laptop, or even not able to exit from the Teams till my system is running.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ajit.
Yeah, thank you, Suresh.